thesis behind this is to really bring investors from outside Texas here to Texas, around the state, from Dallas to Houston to Austin and San Antonio, where they're gonna meet other investors from Texas that they can develop relationships with and then go do deals with later.
And this is all part of our Texas Startup Manifesto, which is really the idea of that from a startup's perspective, if you're here in the state of Texas, you should treat it all like one big city.
We hope that the next 3 days is as informative and exciting as we have promised. And I just want to verify one more time, you're gonna be on a bus. No, I saw them. They're nice buses.
I think what you're gonna hear from the attendees that have come on the bus, that have visited some of these cities for the first time, or maybe in seeing them in a new light, is they're gonna say, wow, I didn't realize what's going on in Texas. I didn't realize how much was happening in Dallas.
I'm Mance Harmon. I'm CEO and co-founder of Hedera Hashgraph.
Hedera Hashgraph is the next generation public distributed ledger that is faster, fairer, and more secure than first generation blockchains. Last year, the company raised $124 million in seed funding.
And then in 2017, we decided, okay, we have enough traction, we have enough software developed, we are ready to begin to think about building a public ledger that will compete against the current crop of competitors. Bitcoin, Ethereum.
A lot of people that are working hard, trying to realize their vision and their dream, and that's just contagious. And that excitement of being part of that kind of ethos. And that's what we have here in the Capital Factory here in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm Matt Alexander. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Neighborhood Goods. Our business model is really much closer to being a digital publication, right? Where we're trading much more in a currency of impressions and engagement. So how can we get people to come in and have a really positive experience and then maybe shop or come back? We're very proud that Dallas is our home and to have raised capital from all over the countries and bring it here, and so many other companies doing the same thing now too. I think it's a fantastic time to be running a company in Texas and in Dallas in general as well.
Epic Office Hours was incredible. The meetings were actionable. I mean, they were insightful and fruitful. Like, a lot of information came from it. New connections came from it.
Met with a series of different startups ranging in different sectors and different business models, and we sort of talked through business plans. And what's so great about the startup community is you never know at what stage a connection could be helpful. So yeah, I plan to reach out to everyone that I met with today.
The Texas Startup Roadshow it's an amazing group of people bringing together all of these sometimes disparate city-states that Texas has, and it's a great use of time.
It's really my privilege and honor to introduce to you a friend and a colleague, Dr. Richard C. Benson, the 5th president of UT Dallas.
We are the nation's 4th fastest growing public university. In 2018, we became one of 3 schools within the state of Texas that's eligible for the National Research University funds. We have had this connection to the community and to the corporate world of the Metroplex that is really very special and very important to us.
Pretty simple that if you're a company, if you're a startup and you want to work with or sell to or be acquired by, this is the place to be. We have a great community to connect you. If you're an investor, why wouldn't you want to be in Dallas working with our companies?
Welcome, everybody. It's so great to be here in Houston. We cannot be stopped. Doesn't matter for rain or late buses or anything else like that, but it's just really a pleasure to be here with all of you. This is our second day. We were doing this yesterday in Dallas. We are here today with 2 buses full of investors from all over the world, from Asia, from Mexico, from the US, of family offices and investors. And I think for a lot of them, it's the first time that they're here in Houston.
So despite the very rainy day we have outside here in Houston, it's great to see the energy level of the people in the room. I've been amazed at the stamina that all of the investors on the bus have, in addition to the companies that are here today. So hitting as many cities as we are, the days have been long, but I think super productive. And the commitment of all the investors to meeting as many companies as possible has been awesome to see.
For us, our accelerator, our VIP accelerator, isn't really like most other things you've heard of as an accelerator. It's about plugging you into the center of gravity. It's how do we make sure that we get to know you so that when the right person comes in, we can make the right intro for you.
From a stats perspective, the one area where we really dominate is around the diversity of our community. We have well over 30% of female founders, rapidly moving toward 40%, and almost 60% of our founders are foreign born. And that is very much a reflection of our city. Lots of different investment opportunities that you might not see in any other city.
I loved when Blair said that Houston's #1 strength was not energy, it was diversity. I wrote that one down.
I'm Tom Luby. I'm the director of TMC Innovation, which is Texas Medical Center's programs involved in all things healthcare startups. And I think an event like this tonight gets them a chance to send out their message across a broad array of different types, not only investors, but healthcare professionals, advisors, potential mentors. That's an important piece, especially when you're making decisions early on.
It's actually amazing when you put all these entrepreneurs, right? We have 19 companies, and when you put us all in a room, we are feeding off of each other, kind of like a frenzy, and we're bouncing ideas off of each other, and we promote innovation within our own companies and push it forward. And that's a wonderful thing.
My name is Dr. Brittany Barretto. I have a PhD in molecular and human genetics from Baylor College of Medicine in the Texas Medical Center in Houston. It's the biggest medical center in the world. The founders here have raised hundreds of millions of dollars. We have founders with ideas and founders that have exited. And they're sitting here elbow to elbow with investors.
You can write a different playbook in Houston and do really well without necessarily replicating exactly what happens in Silicon Valley.
Now you have all these cool people that are moving here and it's wanting to make a difference. It's very diverse, which is what Houston is amazing. It's a very diverse city. I feel like the startup environment attracts a lot of people from all over the world in different industries, and everybody wants to make it here in Houston, and so they're willing to really help each other.
I would not be sitting on this stage. I would not be a $1.1 billion valued company if I had not started in Austin, Texas.
CPG and consumer is like one of the things in Austin that actually like everybody in Austin knows we're really, really good at and we have a huge ecosystem for, and I don't think the rest of the world knows about.
If you look at venture capital, I think only about 10% of venture capital goes to consumer because everybody's still been, hoping for these tech unicorns. But if you look at the returns, consumer is really producing.
One thing that is phenomenal about Austin is it continues to change, continues to reinvent itself. It's a city that basically every 7 years completely changes.
The community in Austin is so tight-knit and so interwoven. It doesn't matter if you're there's no such thing as a CPG or a tech or this kind of investor or that kind of investor. If you're an investor and you believe in people and you want to see people succeed, that's what is in Austin.
Once I got here, the energy of this city, the people of this city, I just felt like I belonged here.
What I've seen so far from the Austin entrepreneurs are that they're
quick thinking, they seem to be very nimble, and they're open to feedback, which is the sign of very good entrepreneurs.
The resources like Capital Factory are so great to bring investors and these amazing startup companies together. It's organizations like this and the heart of this community that makes this a priority to keep this amazing startup community here.
You cannot underestimate hard work. That's still there. It doesn't matter what you have or how smart you are or whatever, you still have to work hard.
They gave me a test and I was gonna make sure that test worked. I mean, we were like, I'm calling the store managers, I'm training people over the phone, I'm sending them care packages of information. I just wanted them to sell it well and get to know that there's a person behind this product. It was the hustle of like, I had to make this work.
So many entrepreneurs, they have a great idea, they're ideators, so they're going here, they're going there, and they're not really focusing in on what is that one thing that they need to be doing.
What's really special about this floor is that this Center for Defense Innovation, this floor that we're on, which opened in February, there's really nothing like it. We have multiple different defense innovators all here in one place. And just like the startups get benefits from being together with each other, the government groups can do the same thing. And it creates this new center of gravity, this new attraction for startups.
Today will be one of many days where you're going to see the Army Applications Lab and really, quite frankly, Army Futures Command break down walls and really figure out how to connect soldiers like Cody Palmer right here, Specialist Palmer, industry, and the folks actually writing the problems.
Unity of effort, constantly innovating, constantly changing, attempting to integrate what you do, what our labs and decks do. So that's why we have an AFC. You look at artificial intelligence, cyber, other things, industry may be leading. And we knew we had to connect with industry. For all of the military, it's for government, it's for allies. And a lot of this will benefit society.
There's a reason we're in Austin. There's a reason that the Army Futures Command, the first time a 4-star command, is west of the Mississippi in downtown Austin. And there's a reason that the Army Applications was put here, and that's to engage with folks like you.
And it's not just in how do you get the truck to go from point A to point B safely, which we're interested in. Potentially, instead of putting 10 semi-trucks on the road with 20 women and men driving, maybe we can go where there's only one person driving and the rest of the trucks are autonomously linked. And we can put less women and men in harm's way. Someone's daughter, someone's son.
Texas is one of the few states that really has a strong state identity. And even though the startups in Austin and Dallas and Houston might be a little bit different, there's something for everyone here.
The Texas Startup Roadshow is big. I mean, it's a big idea, it's a big state, it's a big opportunity for people to see what startups are working on, what I'm working on. I think it's just awesome.
You have an opportunity to do something big, to leave a footprint while you're here, and use the things that you're passionate about, the things that you love, to make a difference. And Texans are loud and proud, and when they get together and when they join forces, watch out the rest of the world.